Hello, good afternoon. It's Mrs.Z. It's lesson 4 word problem. Use a meter stripe to show and explain to your partner the lengths that related tenths, THS tenths, and hundreds and thousands places. So if we connect, this is a matrix system is connected to the decimal place value because it's a power of 10. So if we think about ones, we can think about 1 meters. So 1 meter, it's everything start with what meter is. If you spread your arms like all the way, and from the shoulder to end of the tip of your fingers should be about 1 meter. So metric system. So if you have 1 meter as a value, so we usually write meters 1 m. So then if we go with the decimal, if in a case like I have that here, this is 1 meter, and I'm gonna exchange that and decompose into the tenths of a meter. So I will have a decimeter. So tenths of the meters are 1 out of 10 pieces that makes this meter, and it is a 10 decimeter. So I will need it to have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 decimeters. So 1 meter is same as 1 out of 10, um, and that is called decimeters. 1/10 is decimeter. Decimeter. Okay, so we can also say that 1 decimeter is 0.1 meter. Okay, so 1 decimeter, 1/10 of the meter is 0.1 meter. Okay, and everything starts with meters. So I don't need this one here. So now if we talk about centimeter, which are the 1 out of 100 of the meter. So if I cut meter into 100 pieces, I will have a centimeter. So I will have 1 out of 100 piece of the, so I can say that that centimeter is 1 out of 100 meters, and called centimeter. And we can also see is a 0 and 0/10 1, so 0.01 meter. Okay, and then if I look for the, if I have 1 meter and I cut it into 1,000 pieces, then I will have 1,000s, which are millimeters. So the smallest units, metric units, are the tenths are decimeter, the hundreds are centimeters, and the thousands are millimeters. Sorry, millimeters. So 1 out of 1,000 pieces is called millimeter. Millimeter. It's 0 whole meters, 0/10, 0/100, and only 1 piece out of 1,000 that makes meter. Okay, so everything starts with meter, and then from the meter, if I cut meter into 10 pieces, and 1 piece will call decimeter, and that I will show you on decimeters. Looks like this. So this is how big is decimeter, from the 0 all the way to 10. This is the length of decimeter, and that is a 10 size like this are in a meter. So this is called decimeter, about how big is my hand, decimeter. Now, if I look centimeter, so that is a pinky. That is the value of one pinky. So this is a centi. That is the size of a centimeter. So centimeter, there's 100 of them in the meter. So 1 out of 100 pieces is this piece right here. Oops, right there. This piece right there, and that is called centimeter. Centimeter. And then the last but not least is this little tiny part of the meter that is called thousand, 1 out of 1,000 pieces. And that is 1,000 piece of the meter. So there is 1,000 of spaces like this into 1 meter. I hope that will make some understanding. Also, we can see if we have 1,000 meters, we have 10 on the power of 3 meters, or 100 meters, 10 on the power of 2. We have 10 meters, that 10 on the power of 1. And even 1 meter is called 10 on the power of 0 if you call it in the powers, if you think about powers. Okay, guys, I think this is the main thing that you have to understand, that if you have a meter, the millimeter is the smallest unit. Millimeter means 1 of 1,000 pieces, and it's 0 and 001. It's called 1,000th of the meter. And then if we have a cut meter into 100 pieces, we call them centimeters. And that is 0 and 01 meter, or 100th of the meter. 1 out of 100 pieces that makes a meter. And then we have decimeter are the 1 out of 10 pieces of the meter. And then it's 0.1 meter, which means 1 piece of 10 pieces that makes the meter. This was a Mrs.Z, and that was lesson 4 word problem. See you next time, guys.